Class 9 students, this is your poem number 7, The Duck and the Kangaroo. This is a humorous kind of a poem and it is basically known as the nonsense verb. This poem has been written by Edward Lear. This poem, the message it gives a funny message, and it's just a kind of a humorous poem, so we can listen, read, and enjoy the poem. It's a conversation between a kangaroo and the duck. The duck is bored of his life because he can live only near the pond, he can only swim or come out of the pond for some time, but he appreciates the kangaroo. Why? Because the kangaroo can hop and move over all the world, and that is why the duck is bored of his life, and that is why he wants kangaroo to make him sit on his back and hop him throughout the whole world. Over here in the first paragraph, the duck is saying to the kangaroo that what kind of grace you are having. You're so gracious that you can hop where over the fields and the water too, and there's no one who can stop you. And over here, I am bored in this nasty pond, and I can also not go world beyond. I'm not able to go out anywhere, and I also could wish that I could hop like you. And this is how the duck was saying to the kangaroo. Now, over here in the second paragraph, now the duck requests the kangaroo that please can I take a ride on your back, and I would just sit very still and I would be quiet and I'm not going to disturb you, and I would just time to time I would say quack. This is the sound that is made by the duck. And he said that we'll go to the D and the Jelly Boli. It's a kind of a place. And we'll be going and hopping around over the land and over the sea. So please take me over a ride, Odu. And this is how the duck was requesting to the kangaroo about the ride. Then in the third paragraph, now it was the turn for the kangaroo to reply to the duck. He says that yes, this requires some little reflection. Perhaps it may bring me some luck if I let you sit on my back and we hop across the whole world. And maybe, but there is only one objection, that you will let me speak so bold and your feet are unpleasantly wet. Why? Because the duck, he still lives in the pond, and that is why the kangaroo was afraid that just because of his wet and cold feet he would be suffering from the rheumatiz. Rheumatiz means arthritis is a kind of a joint pain that happens because of the feet, that cold feet. Then in the fourth paragraph, he is saying now the duck is telling the kangaroo that he would be very cautious, and he says that I will set the rocks. I had completely thought about it, and I have prepared myself completely. I had brought 4 pairs of socks, and it would fit my web feet very neatly, and they will keep my feet warm. And for preventing the cold, I have brought a cloak. A cloak is a very long coat that is worn by the people to keep themselves warm. And then he also told him that every day I'll be smoking a cigar, and all to follow you, my own dear true love of a kangaroo. I will also not cause any trouble to you. Now Kangaroo said, yes, now I'm ready and all in the moonlight pale, but for a good balancing, you should sit very steady and you just sit at the end of my tail. And now they went with a hop and a bound, and they just hopped the whole world. How many times? They had a world tour for around 3 times, and they were very happy, and there was no one else happier than the duck and the kangaroo.